A new mutant virus broke out on Earth. I got infected. At first, it was just changes in my skin. Then came the fur. After that, I slowly lost the ability to speak. I knew how this would end. I would leave human society. I would walk into the forest, and I would never come back. I turned into a bear. Today, my husband John and my son David came to see me. On the way, they ran into a disturbance. A powerful Birdman escaped from a transport truck. It had sharp claws, and his face was completely deformed. I can imagine David must have been terrified, but it didn't attack them, and it quickly flew away. They finally arrived at the facility. In the hallway, a child who had turned into an anteater sat there. No one spoke.
T'embêtes les gens, là.
The doctor brought them to my room. I was kept alone because I was dangerous. The walls were covered with photos of our family. The doctor said this could help me remember who I was. But the claw marks on the walls showed it barely worked. John walked over and held me. He spoke to me softly. In his eyes, I was still his wife. But David didn't come in. He stood at the door and didn't dare get close. I remember that time. I lost control. I hurt him. From that moment on, he no longer saw me as his mother. With John's encouragement, he finally walked in. He looked at me, and I didn't respond. I couldn't even remember who he was. Later, John took him and moved away. They lived in a small town closest to me. It was very quiet. Behind the house, there was a vast forest. David transferred to a new school. He didn't want anyone to know I was still alive. He said I was dead. A few days later, something went wrong at the facility. The transport carrying us crashed into a lake. I was on that vehicle. I didn't die, but those of us who survived all escaped into the forest. That night, John hung his clothes and David's clothes on the trees behind the house. He wanted me to catch their scent and find them. But David didn't want to cooperate. In his mind, I was no longer human.